And how are you doing today?
I'm fine.
And your name?
My name is Jack Busco.
Jack Busco. I just want to ask you a little bit about your background before we go anywhere.
Okay.
Right now you're a teacher?
I'm a teacher.
Where?
Yeah, I teach Spanish at Johns Creek High School.
Okay.
Mhm.
And before you were a teacher, did you have any other occupations or was it just teaching?
I did. No, I spent almost 20 years in the IT business, mostly in artificial intelligence, did consulting, traveled all over the country, all over the world, managed big projects, sold systems, did all kinds of stuff.
Sweet.
Yeah, and before that I was a teacher in the university, before when I taught linguistics, and before that when I was in the Marine Corps, I was a computer programmer. So,
You were in the Marine Corps?
yeah, 3 years.
3 years? Alright, and family, beautiful wife?
Beautiful wife. Yeah.
4 kids, 2
Yeah, my two sons and her 2 sons, they're all grown and gone now, and we have 5 granddaughters.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get on with the questions. Here we go. What is the relationship between expertise and wisdom? What do you think?
Expertise in, well, I think that's actually fairly easy.
Theory.
Okay, so expertise is knowing what to do, and wisdom is knowing how to use that expertise to do it.
Okay. The definition of wisdom is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Do you agree with that?
I do agree with that, especially about the experience.
Yeah.
Because I think that everything else flows from that. Good judgment is, in my experience, more often knowing what not to do because you've done it before.
Okay. So do you think a wise person, well, do you think you can't be wise if you're younger, 20 years old, just because you haven't gone through that experience? Or maybe you have in a small, I mean, do you think it comes with age or no?
I mean, I think there are different kinds of wisdom. I
Okay.
think there's a wisdom that comes, again, from experience, and you don't have to be any particular age to have experience in some things. I think that the older you get, and the more experience and more context you have for things, the better you are at seeing the big picture, being able to compare what's going on now with past experience and things that you've heard or seen or done yourself, and you know what to do better.
Okay. How does experience increase wisdom? I guess we just kind of touched on that.
Just talk about that. Yeah, I think that is how wisdom experience
okay.
increases. Now, I mean, there may be people who are just born so wise that they don't need a lot of other people or a lot of their own personal experience. They can just learn from other people, and that's it. I'm not one of those people. And I value the things that I've learned from experience, and that's, for me, I mean, if I have any wisdom, that's where it comes from. It's, again, it's knowing what works and what doesn't because of what I've done in the past.
Okay, and because you just said people are born so wise, do you think that it's a quality that is bequeathed upon someone, or does a person have to go looking for it?
I have no idea.
Okay, maybe both.
I mean, I don't think it's something you can, I don't really think it's something you can just be born with. I think there are some people who are more attuned to the world in some ways. I think there are people who are more driven to know and understand not just things, but how life works and how people are and relationships and things like that. And people who are more driven in that direction probably develop a functional wisdom that's more useful in the world.
Yeah. Okay, and then the last question I have for you is, what is the relationship between cognitive, social, and emotional process is in mediating wisdom? Does that make sense?
Wow. Cognitive, emotional, and social.
Yeah.
And social. Say the whole thing again.
What is the relationship between cognitive, social, and emotional processes in mediating wisdom?
In mediating wisdom.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting way to think of it. I mean, I think of it in a negative sense. I can see how cognitive, social, and emotional influences can mediate wisdom for the worse.
Right.
I can see how that can interfere with doing what you know is right or what you ought to do
Right.
because you're caught up in the moment or because of social pressure, because of an emotional reaction you have. I think that wisdom in general isn't as subject to influences like that because it's a slower kind of reasoned response to things.
Okay. All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Same here.
That was easy.